right, so welcome to another exciting episode of The Extraordinary Men. My name is Phil Jones. I'm one of the hosts of the Extraordinary Men podcast. So today we're going to have a brief conversation about something I think will be extremely insightful just for you. So today's title is 3 Easy Ways to Find Peace in Your Life. Got my little list right here, so we're going to go ahead and go through it real quick. Number one, always keep a list with you at all times. So first things first, learn to forgive. What I mean by learning to forgive is that you have to learn how to let go of stuff. But you also have to learn how to accept the fact that whatever happened, happened, and allow yourself the ability to move on from it. When I talk about forgiveness, I don't mean just forgiving people for what they've done, what they did wrong for your childhood, forgiving your parents, forgiving old friends, or trying to heal old wounds from past relationships. But one of the most important people that you have to forgive is yourself. Whether you realize it or not, a great deal of the hurt and the anguish that we feel, and a lot of the reasons why it's difficult for us to move on and find inner peace, is for the things that we still blame ourselves for. So one step is taking accountability for the parts that we play in the situations that we put ourselves in. Another part is where we take the time out to say, you know what? I know what happened. I know what I did. I know what part I played. However, I understand that I was at a different place in my life. And I have to accept the fact that I was at a different place in my life, and also accept the fact that mistakes are going to happen. I'm going to make them. You're going to make them. We're all going to make them. Another part, which kind of ties into this, will be my number 2. Number 2 is learn to let go of the past. It's so easy to pinpoint reasons why you do what you do or why you have certain behaviors. Commonly, I hear this all the time. Oh, well, I do this thing, or I'm this way because such and such happened. Insert traumatic past life experience here. That's a choice. And whether you want to own it as a choice or not, that's for the individual to decide for themselves. But realistically, that choice is a choice that is solely yours to make. If you decide that, okay, well, I'm going to allow said past situation to interfere with where I'm going or interfere with why I can't move on, you have to realize that that hurt, that anguish, that anger, that resentment, that whatever you feel, after a certain point in time, it's you that's perpetuating it, and it's you that has to buy yourself out of that situation. Last but not least, part 3. You may not be a Christian or consider yourself to be a Christian or consider yourself to be a praying person at all. However, one thing that I have found to be hugely, hugely effective in my lifetime has been what they call the prayer serenity. Prayer serenity is something I've lived my life by since I've been an adult. And it has really helped me when it came down to finding peace in situations, because it almost gives you somewhat of a blueprint on how to find peace. This isn't verbatim, but this is the gist of it. It's asking God to give you the ability to change the things that are within your ability to change. It's about learning to accept what you cannot change. And it's about granting you the wisdom to know the difference between the two. So, for instance, if my finances are messed up, I have all the power in that situation to fix my finances. If my relatives are not doing what it is I need them to do, or my significant other is not showing that they are capable of going to that next level with me, I'm not in control of my significant other or my relatives. So I can't change them. I could try to influence them with doing the right thing or making the right decisions or the right moves, but I can't change them. Also, it's just really honing down and pinpointing and understanding that you can only extend yourself so far before you have to pull yourself back, because clearly that person who just doesn't get it, either they're not trying to get it or they just don't get it. And sometimes there's no better teacher than life itself. You will want people to not have to learn the hard way, that they could take the advice that you're putting out there, or they see from your examples and the mistakes that you made. But some people, they just have to figure it out on their own. As unfortunate as it is, that's kind of the way that the world works. So those three things again. Number one, learn how to forgive. Not just others, but learn how to forgive yourself. Number two, learn to let go of the past. And number three, learn the prayer of serenity. Change the things you can change, accept the things that you can't change, and ask for wisdom to know the difference between the two. That's my time, guys. Make sure you check us out for the next video with me and King Midas. Let's go.